Hey guys, welcome back. We are continuing our shed slash pump house build today, and we've already been working a little bit this morning. We got some cross bracing done up on our rafters, and that's just going to help shore up our roof with our snow load that we get out here in North Idaho. Now we're going to start working on our gable ends and get those sheathed.
I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. Trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today, and I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking and the wind blowing in the trees. Will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke.
Today's snack belt choice of the day is Sour Patch Kids. I like Sour Patch Kids because I self-identify with them. First they're sour, then they're sweet. I also have some sunflower seeds because, well, that's what construction workers eat.
Listen to the ocean, let its unsaid words be spoken, and I'll let my mind be carried by the waves. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day.
So as you can see behind us, we got our first couple sheets of OSB secured to our gable end. I went ahead and roughly cut them to size. The reason they are not perfectly cut to the shape of the building as of yet, you're gonna pay for that. I'm gonna use my router to make the final top cut there. It'll follow along the rafter and it'll just make for a really clean and flush look. You okay?
Just got me in there.
All right, let's get her done. Exactly how I drew it up. Look out below! Hey Melissa,
Yes.
I made you an ashtray in pottery class.
But I don't smoke.
Happy anniversary. We're going to call it a day a little early here today. Melissa and I are exhausted. We are hot. We are tired. We are hungry. We have
So
both
hungry.
of our gable ends here in our shed completely sheathed.
Yep.
Those are enclosed. We also got the bracing done on our rafters overhead. So we will pick this up maybe tonight, maybe a little later.
Yeah, I think when it cools off. So UPS came cruising up the driveway, totally interrupted our work to bring us some unexpected new Pit Boss seasonings. So I'm pretty excited about this. I have some flat iron steak that I was planning on making for dinner. Now we're going to crack open some cold beers, and we are going to get our Pit Boss grill on, which means I don't have to cook dinner.
Sounds good. Let's get it going.
She is. We are back, we are fed, and the temperature is about 20 degrees cooler. So we are going to take advantage of this nice evening and get a little bit more work done on our shed tonight.
So Melissa and I are getting ready to attach our subfascia board to the end of our rafters. In looking at things, we actually decided to go with a square cut rather than a plumb cut at the end of our rafters. We aren't going to be putting any gutters on this shed, and we want to make sure that we have some good snow shed that will end up on the ground away from the exterior walls and foundation come the winter time. So what we ended up with was a 34-inch overhang. We went ahead and stuck a couple screws on either end of our rafters. We chalked the line. I went ahead and took a speed square, marked those perpendicular to the way that they're currently laying. Now we're going to go through with our skill saw and try to get these things perfectly lined up and sitting on the same plane.
All right, we got our sub fascias all on now. Now that the sub fascia is on, is it just me or does our building look like a little Dutch girl?
With some braids and some bows in it. I get it. I see what you're
totally
talking about.
Does.
I think it's primarily because it's sticking out. We still have that extension that has not been trimmed down as of yet because we do have to do the fly rafters on the front and on the back. Graceful.
Thank you.
So hot.
I told you I'm a construction worker now.
Anyway, yeah, we need to do our fly rafters on the front and back. That'll change the appearance of it, and obviously it's sticking out a little further than it ultimately will. So something else we needed to discuss, and I don't think I've addressed in this video as of yet, is making the decision to do either a soffit system under the eaves or just doing some blocking. So while this is going to be a storage shed, it is kind of a multi-purpose structure for us because, again, it is going to be housing all of our well components, our water components.
Yep.
Because of that, it's a priority to make sure that we get this thing as airtight as possible to prevent any kind of freezing or cold temperatures. We will have a heating system in there of some kind. Power will be running to the building. We also plan on having a light bulb to assist with heat and just illumination.
Right.
So we are thinking that we're probably going to be doing a blocking system between the rafters before we actually get our roof sheeting on.
So yeah, I mean, with the blocking, it allows us to make the building as airtight as possible, and then we can kind of weigh our options as we go through the winter and just really monitor it. If we do see some moisture problems or anything like that, we have the option of either installing a small window or some kind of a venting system that
Yep.
we can open and shut. Because yeah, in the summertime we're going to want it vented, so it's something we can address down the road. But for now, the priority seems to be getting it airtight so that we don't have cold, moist air coming
Yeah,
in the
it's
building.
a challenge and a unique situation, but I think that's the best option for us.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's
All
keep
right.
going. Melissa, would you like to use the ash tree I made you?
I've said it many times, I know I would change my ways, I know for sure.
There you go, it's all trimmed down, no more Dutch girl.
Crows decide to me, they settle down beneath my feet. I've got it right and I got it wrong, but I learned my lesson hanging on. Come sit here with me by the fire and let it go for a little while. So be here as the night starts falling. Let my fingers walk over your head.
With our fly rafters attached, we're going to go ahead and work on some of the ladder bracing that'll help secure it and keep it secured to the building. So for that, we're going to be cutting 10-inch sections and one 10.5-inch section that'll actually be nailed through the OSB sheathing. We are not going to have an actual exterior gable end rafter that's set. We will use some tinier trim pieces down the road to finish things off once the entire shed is completed.
When I was young, I thought control would lead me to an ending road, and heavy metal seemed to be the only thing that was for me. And I saw the angels coming down, and they sang a song, they sang it loud. And I still remember parts of it, and the yellow glorious with it. Won't you be my guide and let me follow? Can I hold your hand for old time's sake? And all this time you waited.
We are about halfway through doing the ladder bracing on our fly rafters and realized that we got loaded up with some pretty bad 2x6s. So we are 2 pieces short for being able to complete our project today, which, you know, it happens. So unfortunately for us, we live pretty far out. So getting some bad lumber isn't a 15-minute trip into town. It's more like an hour. So our 2-day project is going to become a 3-day project. Jeremy's going to go return that lumber, get the pieces we need, and then we will be able to rock and roll.
No big deal, we'll get it done tomorrow.
Yep. Okay, so it is the next day. Jeremy drove all the way into town and got the 2 pieces of lumber that we needed, the 2x6s, to finish off our fly rafters. So we are going to get to work. You may hear the buzz of a tractor behind me. That is our neighbor doing our second cutting here on our field. It's a Timothy alfalfa field, but the second cutting is primarily alfalfa, which is really exciting for the rabbits and for the sheep for keeping them fed through the winter time. So it's really nice for us just to be able to feed our animals using our own field. So we're excited about this second cutting, but we've got to get to work. So.
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today is a good day to live. This morning has so clear a light as any to see the horizon in the far.
All right, the roof on our shed is pretty much completed at this point as far as the framing goes. We have a couple things here and there that we still need to wrap up, but it shouldn't take us too long. So we can, at this point, pretty much move on to the next step in the process, which will be sheathing our roof.
Yeah, very exciting. It's always nice to just make progress every single day. And today also happens to be our anniversary.
Aww.
Aww. So we decided, well, last year when we went out for our anniversary, we were talking about how can we ever make this Idaho thing work, and I wonder how many years and what's next year gonna look like. And we had no idea the next year was going to look like this. So we just feel blessed to be out here, and we decided instead of going out and doing the whole typical anniversary thing, we were just going to keep working towards our dream and keep our eye on the prize. And
So we're working toward our dream together as a couple. I think that's time well spent, especially on our anniversary, and who knows what next year will look like. As usual, we want to thank you so much for watching our video here today. We will catch you guys on the next one. Hopefully you have a great day, a great week, and we will see you on the next video. Be blessed. Take care.
See you guys.
Time to borrow today. Well, something's gotta give today. It's a good